My friends, let me start with a powerful question. What if the food you choose today could mean the difference between walking strong at 80 or struggling to get out of a chair at 60? That's the reality when we talk about sarcopenia, the silent thief of muscle mass that comes with age. And here's the truth. You don't need to rely on sardines or expensive supplements to protect your muscles. There's another food, simple, accessible, and powerful, that can help you build muscle and fight sarcopenia. Every single detour muscles are not just for strength or appearance. They are your body's engine. They keep your metabolism active, protect your bones, help you stay mobile, and even regulate your immune system. Without strong muscles, everyday life becomes harder. Walking, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, even enjoying time with your loved ones. Sarcopenia doesn't just steal your strength, it steals your independence. But the good news is, you have the power to fight it with the right foods and habits. Sarcopenia is one of those conditions that often sneaks up on people, silently developing over the years until it becomes an obvious and frustrating limitation. The first key point is to clearly identify this problem, because without recognizing it, we cannot truly take the right steps to prevent or reverse it. Sarcopenia is the medical term used to describe the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that occurs as we age. What is important to understand is that this process doesn't just start when you are old. It can begin as early as your 30s and continue steadily, unless you take active measures to protect and rebuild your muscles. Many people believe that feeling weaker, slower, or less energetic is simply a natural part of aging. But the truth is, much of this weakness comes from sarcopenia. It is not just aging, it is the loss of one of the most vital tissues in the body, your muscles. When you think about muscles, you might imagine athletes or bodybuilders, but in reality, muscles are essential for every person at every stage of life. They are what allow you to walk, climb stairs, carry your groceries, hug your loved ones, or simply get out of bed in the morning. They are also involved in much more than just movement. Muscles are deeply connected to your metabolism, your hormone balance, your blood sugar regulation, and even your immune system. This means that losing muscle is not just about losing strength. It impacts your overall health in ways that go far beyond the surface. The first signs of sarcopenia are often very subtle. You may notice that tasks you used to do with ease now feel more difficult. Maybe you feel tired after carrying a few shopping bags. Maybe climbing a flight of stairs leaves you short of breath. Or perhaps you realize that your balance is not what it used to be and you stumble more often. These are the whispers of sarcopenia. At first, people ignore them, assuming it is just part of getting older. But over time, these whispers become louder. Everyday tasks require more effort, your risk of falls increases, and the quality of your life begins to suffer. The real danger is that most people are unaware of how early it begins and how preventable it actually is. If you wait until the problem is severe, the journey back to strength becomes much harder. That's why identifying sarcopenia as a problem early on is crucial. We need to change the mindset that muscle loss is inevitable. It is not. Yes, muscle naturally declines with age if we do nothing about it, but with the right choices, it can be slowed dramatically, even reversed. Many studies have shown that older adults who eat well and exercise can maintain strong, functional muscles well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Another critical aspect of understanding sarcopenia is realizing that it affects everyone. This is not a condition only for the elderly or for people with chronic illnesses. Even young adults in their 30s and 40s can start losing muscle if they live a sedentary lifestyle, skip protein-rich meals, or rely heavily on processed foods. Muscle is a use it or lose it system. The less you challenge it, the faster it declines. The less you nourish it with quality food, the weaker it becomes. This means that sarcopenia is not just a medical issue, it is a lifestyle issue. The first step in overcoming any problem is awareness. When you understand that sarcopenia is a silent, creeping condition that robs you of strength, independence, and even health, you begin to see the urgency of protecting your muscles. Awareness empowers you to make changes today before the problem grows larger. The truth is, muscles are far more than a cosmetic feature of the body. They are your reserve tank of energy, your protector against disease, your safeguard against frailty, and your partner in living a long, active life. Identifying sarcopenia as a problem is the foundation for all the steps that come after, because you cannot fight what you do not see. And once you see it, you gain the power to act and reclaim your strength. When muscle loss begins to take hold, it doesn't just show up in the form of weakness, it slowly seeps into almost every corner of your daily life and long-term health. Sarcopenia affects how you move, how you feel, how you burn energy, and even how well your body defends itself against disease. Many people don't connect the dots between muscle health and the challenges they start to face as they age. But once you see the connection, it becomes clear why protecting your muscles is so essential. Think for a moment about a simple daily activity like getting out of a chair. When your muscles are strong, you rise without thinking about it. But when sarcopenia sets in, that same action may require effort, balance, and sometimes even help from your hands or someone nearby. Something that was once automatic turns into a small struggle. And this is just one example. Walking across the room, climbing stairs, or lifting a bag of groceries, these normal tasks can feel heavier and more exhausting when your muscles have been quietly slipping away over the years. The long-term effects go deeper than daily inconveniences. Muscles are a powerful metabolic organ. They help regulate blood sugar by storing and using glucose efficiently. When you lose muscle, your body becomes less effective at controlling blood sugar, and this raises your risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Sarcopenia also slows down your metabolism, which means that even if your diet doesn't change, your body may start to gain fat more easily. Over time, this combination of higher fat mass and lower muscle mass can create a dangerous cycle that accelerates other health problems, including heart disease and inflammation. Your balance and stability are also tied to muscle strength. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization in older adults, and many of those falls are linked to weak muscles. A simple stumble on the sidewalk can become a broken hip, and that injury can take months to recover from, sometimes permanently reducing independence. This is why sarcopenia is not just about vanity or appearance, it is about your safety, your freedom, and your quality of life. There is also an emotional toll. When everyday tasks begin to feel harder, people often start withdrawing from activities they once loved. Maybe someone used to enjoy gardening, but the lifting and bending now feel painful. Or perhaps they stop going on family walks because keeping up becomes too tiring. This loss of participation in life can lead to frustration, sadness, and even depression. Muscle loss doesn't just weaken the body. It can quietly chip away at joy, confidence, and connection with others. The good news is that identifying how sarcopenia impacts your life gives you the chance to act before these challenges grow bigger. Recognizing that fatigue, weakness, or slower recovery from physical effort may not just be getting older, but a warning sign of muscle decline is powerful. Once you see it, you can shift your perspective. Instead of accepting decline as inevitable, you begin to ask, what can I do to support my muscles today? That single question opens the door to change. It's also important to note that sarcopenia affects not just the elderly, but people in midlife too. Many in their 40s or 50s notice that they gain fat more easily and feel weaker during activities they used to handle without effort. This is not simply aging, it is the impact of gradually losing muscle mass. And the earlier you address it, the more effectively you can prevent it from stealing your strength later in life. So the impact of sarcopenia is both immediate and long-term. In the short term, it makes life harder, slowing you down and draining your energy. In the long term, it puts your health, your independence, and even your lifespan at risk. But once you truly understand how deeply muscle loss affects your body and your life, you also understand why fighting it is not optional, it is essential. Recognizing the seriousness of this issue is the fuel that pushes you toward healthier choices, whether it's eating better, moving more, or being consistent in your self-care. By connecting the dots between muscle health and daily living, you begin to see that protecting your muscles is really about protecting your future self. When we talk about solutions for sarcopenia, many people imagine complicated treatments, expensive supplements, or foods that are hard to find or prepare. But the truth is, some of the most effective ways to fight muscle loss are simple, natural, and accessible to almost everyone. The body is designed to respond to nourishment and movement. If you give it the right building blocks, it will repair, rebuild, and strengthen itself, no matter your age. The key is to understand what those building blocks are and how to bring them into your everyday life. One of the most powerful natural solutions is focusing on protein-rich foods. Protein is the raw material your muscles use to repair and grow. Without enough protein, your body cannot rebuild the tissue that breaks down daily through normal activities, let alone the extra repair needed if you exercise. Many people assume they are getting enough protein, but often their diets are heavy in processed carbohydrates and light on high-quality proteins. Foods like eggs, lean poultry, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, and even dairy can make a significant difference. Eggs in particular are a nutritional powerhouse because they provide not only protein but also essential amino acids, vitamin D, and healthy fats that directly support muscle health. But protein is only part of the equation. Muscles also need certain vitamins and minerals to thrive. Vitamin D helps with calcium absorption and plays a role in muscle function. Magnesium supports energy production and muscle contractions. Antioxidants from fruits and vegetables help reduce inflammation, which can otherwise slow muscle repair. A natural solution is to create a balanced plate, half filled with colorful vegetables and fruits, 1/4 with lean protein, and 1/4 with whole grains or legumes. This balance ensures that your muscles are getting not just protein, but also the vitamins, minerals, and fiber they need to work properly. Movement itself is also a natural medicine. Muscles respond to being used. They are living tissues that adapt to demand. If you challenge them with even small amounts of resistance, they grow stronger. You don't need a gym membership or heavy equipment. Body weight exercises like squats, push-ups, lunges, or even standing up from a chair repeatedly can provide enough stimulus to maintain and rebuild strength. Walking, climbing stairs, or carrying your groceries are also forms of resistance that, when done consistently, send signals to your muscles to stay strong. The combination of good food and regular movement is the most natural prescription against sarcopenia. Another simple but overlooked natural solution is adequate hydration. Muscles are made up of about 75% water, and dehydration can reduce performance, increase fatigue, and slow recovery. Drinking enough water throughout the day keeps your muscles functioning optimally. Adding herbal teas, infused water with lemon or cucumber, or even water-rich fruits like melons can help if you struggle to drink plain water. Rest is another essential component. Growth and repair happen when the body rests, especially during sleep. Many people underestimate the role of sleep in muscle health, but without 7 to 8 hours of good quality sleep, your body cannot efficiently repair damaged fibers or regulate the hormones that influence muscle growth. Creating a bedtime routine, limiting screen time before sleep, and keeping a consistent sleep schedule are natural habits that support strong muscles. The beauty of these solutions is that they are within your control. You don't need to rely on pills or fad diets. Instead, you can look at your kitchen, your daily routine, and your lifestyle and see opportunities to nourish and strengthen your body. Making small adjustments like adding a protein-rich breakfast, doing 10 minutes of resistance exercises, staying hydrated, and prioritizing sleep creates a powerful foundation. These are not quick fixes. They are sustainable practices that naturally support your muscles for years to come. By shifting focus from fear of muscle loss to empowerment through simple, natural solutions, you begin to see that sarcopenia is not inevitable. You are not helpless. Your body is waiting for you to give it the right tools. Every time you choose nutrient-dense foods, drink water, move your body, and rest, you are signaling your muscles to stay alive, active, and strong. The natural path to defeating sarcopenia is not complicated. It is consistent, intentional care for your body in the most fundamental ways. And that is something each of us has the power to practice starting today. The best part about fighting sarcopenia is that you don't need drastic measures to see results. Simple, practical steps you can take today will begin to make a difference in how your muscles feel and perform. Often, people get overwhelmed thinking they need to change everything at once. But the truth is, small, consistent actions build the strongest foundation. When it comes to food, movement, and lifestyle, there are easy habits you can start practicing right now that will nourish your muscles and help you feel more energetic, stable, and confident. Start with the first meal of the day. Instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing something sugary, try adding protein, a boiled egg with whole grain toast, a vegetable omelette, or even a bowl of Greek yogurt with nuts and berries can supply your muscles with what they need to start the day strong. Protein in the morning helps stabilize blood sugar, reduces cravings later in the day, and provides the amino acids needed for muscle repair. If you prefer plant-based options, lentil patties, chickpea scrambles, or a smoothie with tofu or pea protein can work just as well. The goal is to make protein the star of your meal, not an afterthought. Spreading protein intake throughout the day is another practical tip. Many people eat most of their protein at dinner, but muscles respond better when protein is distributed evenly. That means including a protein source at lunch and snacks too. A simple lentil soup, a quinoa salad with beans, or even a handful of almonds paired with fruit are excellent midday choices. This way, your muscles receive a steady supply of building blocks rather than being overloaded at one time. Movement is equally important, and it does not have to be complicated. You can start with something as simple as bodyweight exercises at home. Try standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 to 15 times. This strengthens your legs and mimics the movement you need for independence as you age. Push-ups against the wall or countertop help maintain upper body strength. Resistance bands are inexpensive, easy to store, and perfect for working out at home. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day of these exercises will begin to make your muscles stronger. The key is consistency, not intensity. For those who don't enjoy structured workouts, weaving movement into your daily routine can make a big difference. Park farther from the store entrance so you walk more. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Carry your grocery bags in both hands to challenge your muscles evenly. Do some calf raises while brushing your teeth. These small moments of intentional movement add up and keep your muscles engaged without feeling like a chore. Nutrition isn't just about protein, it's also about balance. Pairing your proteins with colorful vegetables adds antioxidants and fiber that reduce inflammation and support recovery. Whole grains like quinoa, oats, and brown rice give you steady energy. Healthy fats from avocados, olive oil, or nuts support hormone balance, which is critical for muscle health. Planning meals ahead of time can help make these choices easier. Preparing boiled eggs, cutting up vegetables, or cooking beans in bulk ensures that when hunger strikes, you have healthy options ready instead of reaching for processed foods. Hydration and rest are two practical elements people often overlook. Keep a water bottle with you throughout the day as a reminder to drink. Aiming for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep ensures that the effort you put into nourishing and exercising your muscles pays off, since repair happens while you sleep. A simple evening routine like dimming lights, turning off electronics, and stretching before bed can help you fall asleep faster and rest more deeply. Finally, make your environment supportive of these habits. Surround yourself with people who encourage healthy choices. Share meals with family that include nourishing options. Invite a friend for a walk instead of sitting for coffee. By making healthy actions part of your social life, you increase your chances of staying consistent. These practical steps, adding protein to every meal, moving daily, staying hydrated, resting well, and creating a supportive environment, are not complicated, but they are powerful. They allow you to take action today without waiting for the perfect time, the perfect diet, or the perfect workout plan. Sarcopenia thrives when we are passive, but muscles thrive when we are intentional. Each small choice plants a seed of strength that will grow into long-term resilience. When it comes to protecting your muscles and preventing sarcopenia, the real secret is not in one miracle food, one exercise, or one supplement. The real key is consistency. Strong, healthy muscles are built and maintained by repeated actions that you commit to over time. It's easy to get motivated for a week, but the challenge is building habits that stay with you month after month, year after year. Consistency is what transforms a good intention into a lasting result, and it's the glue that holds everything together in the fight against muscle loss. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't do it once a week when you remember. You do it every day, often without thinking, because you know the long-term benefit is protecting your teeth and preventing problems. Building muscle strength and health should be treated the same way. The benefits of eating well, moving regularly, sleeping enough, and staying hydrated accumulate quietly in your body, even when you don't notice them immediately. Over time, these consistent actions create resilience, strength, and protection against decline. One of the most powerful ways to build consistency is to start small. Many people try to overhaul their entire lifestyle overnight, but that often leads to burnout. Instead, pick one or two habits and practice them daily until they become second nature. For example, commit to adding one source of protein to every meal, or decide that you will walk for 15 minutes every evening. Once these habits become automatic, you can build on them, adding more healthy practices without feeling overwhelmed. Success grows from steady steps, not sudden leaps. Routines are another valuable tool for consistency. When you schedule meals, exercise, or sleep at similar times each day, you train your body and mind to expect them. This reduces the mental energy it takes to make decisions, which is often where people stumble. If you know that at lunchtime you'll have a protein-packed salad, or that at 7 p.m. you'll do a set of bodyweight exercises, it becomes easier to follow through. Routines remove the uncertainty and make healthy actions part of the flow of your life. Accountability also strengthens consistency. Sharing your goals with family, friends, or even writing them down creates a sense of commitment. Exercising with a partner, cooking healthy meals with loved ones, or simply checking off a habit tracker each day adds structure and motivation. When you feel supported or see your progress visually, you're more likely to stay on track. It's also important to understand that consistency does not mean perfection. There will be days when you miss a workout, choose a less healthy meal, or stay up later than planned. What matters is not one slip, it's what you do next. Consistency is about returning to your habits again and again, even after small setbacks. This flexibility prevents guilt from derailing your progress and helps you stay focused on the bigger picture. Over weeks and months, it's the overall pattern of your choices that defines your results, not isolated moments. Rewarding yourself for staying consistent can also reinforce habits. Celebrating progress, whether it's noticing improved strength, better energy, or simply sticking to your routine for a month, keeps you motivated. Positive reinforcement encourages your brain to link healthy actions with satisfaction, making you more likely to continue. As time passes, consistent habits create momentum. Muscles respond to regular use, and nutrition builds strength layer by layer. At first, you may not notice big changes, but one day you'll realize you can carry heavier groceries, climb stairs without stopping, or get up from a chair effortlessly. These everyday victories are proof that consistency works. They remind you that every small action adds up to something powerful. In the long run, building consistent habits is not just about fighting sarcopenia. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports vitality, independence, and joy. By making healthy choices part of your daily rhythm, you take control of your future. You protect your body from decline and give yourself the freedom to live fully at every age. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is the quiet force that sustains your strength and keeps you moving forward, one day at a time. The final and perhaps most powerful piece of the puzzle is the motivational takeaway, the part that reminds you why this effort matters and why you are fully capable of building strength, protecting your independence, and living a vibrant life. Too often, people view aging as a slow decline, a process where energy, strength, and freedom gradually disappear. But this doesn't have to be your story. The truth is, you have far more power than you may realize. By feeding your body the right foods, moving with intention, and staying consistent, you can write a completely different chapter, one where you grow older with energy, resilience, and confidence. When you decide to take care of your muscles, you are not just making a health choice. You are making a life choice. Strong muscles give you more than the ability to walk or lift. They give you freedom. They give you the ability to play with your children or grandchildren, to travel without fear of falling, to garden, to dance, to laugh, without worrying that your body will fail you. Every meal you improve, every step you take, every healthy habit you repeat is an investment in these moments. You are building not just muscle fibers. You are building a future where you can keep doing what you love. It is also important to see yourself as someone who can succeed. Many people feel discouraged when they hear terms like sarcopenia, thinking it is something inevitable that cannot be changed. But the science is clear. Muscle can be rebuilt at any age. Even people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond can gain strength and increase muscle mass when they combine good nutrition with regular exercise. If they can do it, you can too. Your body is always listening, always adapting, always ready to respond when you give it what it needs. It's never too late to begin, and it's never too early to start. One of the most empowering shifts you can make is to stop thinking about this journey as a burden and start thinking about it as a gift. Every time you choose eggs instead of processed snacks, every time you add beans or lentils to your meal, every time you take the stairs instead of the elevator, you are giving yourself the gift of strength. And this gift keeps giving back, not only in the present, but for years to come. Your efforts today are like seeds planted in fertile soil. They may not grow overnight, but with patience and care, they blossom into a stronger, healthier you. Motivation also grows when you connect your habits to a bigger purpose. Ask yourself, why do I want stronger muscles? Maybe it's to keep up with your kids. Maybe it's to feel confident in your body again. Maybe it's to avoid the pain and frustration you've seen loved ones experience as they struggled with weakness and frailty. Whatever your reason, hold it close. Let it guide you on the days you feel tired or tempted to give up. Purpose transforms effort into passion. There will be moments when progress feels slow, but that's when you remind yourself that every step counts. Strength is built in layers, and just because you don't see dramatic change immediately doesn't mean nothing is happening. Muscles grow quietly. Resilience builds silently, and one day you will look back and realize how far you've come. That realization is deeply motivating because it shows you that persistence pays off. Most importantly, remember that you are stronger than you think. The human body is incredibly resilient, and so is the human spirit. Sarcopenia is not a destiny, it is a challenge, and challenges exist to be overcome. When you choose to act, you reclaim your power from something that many people simply accept as just aging. You refuse to settle. You decide to live fully, to protect your independence, and to carry yourself with strength into every season of life. So let this be your takeaway. You have everything you need to fight muscle loss and thrive. The food is available, the movements are simple, the habits are within your reach. The only thing left is your decision to start and to keep going. With every choice you make, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of building strength no matter your age. Let that truth inspire you. Let it move you, and let it remind you every single day that your best years can still be ahead of you. So my friends, forget sardines if they don't work for you. Choose eggs, beans, or other powerful proteins that you enjoy and can sustain. Your muscles are your lifelong partners. Feed them well, move them daily, and they will carry you with strength for decades to come. Take charge today. Build your strength, protect your independence, and never forget, you are stronger than you think.